What you see on your video screen right now is the Xbox X and a fairly typical flat screen TV and some audio gear. Hi, welcome to our channel all about home electronics, where in this video segment on the Xbox X, we're going to show you how to connect and set up the Xbox X to a TV, and we're going to start right after this. So what we have here are the minimum pieces of equipment that you'll need to connect and set up your Xbox X to a television. Not every bundle that's available in the market contains the same type gear, but this will be the minimum necessary. As well, because this video segment and series is designed to help beginners, experts, and anywhere in between, we're going to timestamp different parts of this video in the description below, so in the future you can reference it more quickly. As well, we'll have a few clickable links within the video that will also allow you to navigate to segments that are of interest to you. So to begin, of course, we received the Xbox X console, and they also provided us with an HDMI cable. And this is important to note because if you've lost your HDMI cable, you'll want to use the correct type HDMI cable so you can enjoy all of the features that are built into the Xbox X console. Naturally, they also included at least one controller, and they included two AA size batteries, as well as a power cord so we can power up the console itself. Okay, so what you're looking at now, these are the connection points on the back panel of the Xbox X console. We simply turned it around and zoomed our camera in. Now, to some viewers, this is going to seem pretty basic, and it is, but to a lot of viewers, we want to explain two connections that you want to start to make right here. Now, you'll notice it says HDMI out right here, and in our bundle, we received an HDMI cable, and we're going to plug one end, either end of the cable, it doesn't matter which end, into this port right here, and we're going to explain why the use of the HDMI cable is so important. Now, naturally, the HDMI cable is going to provide the video signal and audio signal to your equipment, but the type of HDMI cable that you use is pretty important. You're going to want to use an HDMI cable if you misplaced or didn't get one in your bundle that says premium or high speed on the outside jacket of the cable itself. Oftentimes, as is with the case in this cable, they don't imprint high speed or premium on the outside jacket because they know they're providing you the correct one already. Now, the second cable connection we need to make is for the power. We take this end and plug it into the power outlet on the back of the console itself. And it needs to fit in there pretty snug to make a proper connection. And naturally, don't forget to plug your Xbox X console into a working electrical receptacle. Quickly going back to the connections that are available on the back of the Xbox X console, this one might be of interest to more advanced gaming online players, and this is the hardwired Ethernet connection. Now, we know that most viewers are probably going to connect their console to the internet using their Wi-Fi, but if you want to reduce any risk of latency for connecting to the internet, you may want to connect an Ethernet cable here to the back of your console and the other end to the back of your router or a switch. It's not a required connection so long as your console is within range of your Wi-Fi internet signal. Now we're zoomed into the connections on the back of our example television, and we've zoomed into the HDMI ports that are available on the back of our example television. As you can see on your video screen, we have 4 available HDMI ports. The numbers don't necessarily mean anything except when you're selecting that input from your television's remote control. The one thing we do want to point out, however, you'll notice in our example that this HDMI port has the letters ARC, A-R-C. We probably don't recommend that you plug your Xbox X console into the ARC port, and if your TV does not have an HDMI ARC port like our example does, don't worry about that. But this is for the people who do have an HDMI ARC port. Probably don't plug into that ARC port because that's for sound equipment like a sound bar or a receiver. That's not to say that you can't plug in there. You absolutely can, and you can use it and it'll work fine. It's just best to try to avoid that port so that you can expand your system in the future. Now we're simply going to take the other end that we plugged into the back of the Xbox X console, and in this case we're just going to arbitrarily choose HDMI port number 2. Actually, let's choose port number 1 because when we're selecting the HDMI port using our television remote, we just want to go to port 1. Now the next thing that we want to do is take a controller which has been provided, and if yours requires batteries, go ahead and slip that battery compartment open and then insert the batteries, making certain that you have your polarity set up correct. In the case of our controller, the bottom battery here, they want the negative side to the right, and then they want the positive side on the upper battery to the right, and then close that up. Next, we need to power on the Xbox X console, and we're going to do that by picking up the controller, which I'm holding here in my hand. You'll locate the Xbox X logo at the top of the controller itself and press it until both lights illuminate, both on your controller and your console. Now pick up the remote control that you use to control your TV and locate the input or source button and press it until you reach HDMI 1 on your television. Select it. Now the next thing that we'll need to do is we'll need to pair our Xbox controller with the console. So to do that, we're going to zoom in to the bottom front face of our Xbox console. Right in the middle of your screen is the pair button. To pair your controller to your console, press and hold the pair button on the console itself, and then simultaneously press and hold the pair button on the controller anywhere from 3 to 5 seconds until they pair. You'll know the pairing is successful when that light stops flashing as fast as you just saw it. Now you should be seeing a screen on your TV that looks a lot like this. And what you want to do on your controller is press that button that has 3 horizontal lines. That will allow you to select the language in which you want to operate. Now in the next screen, although we've blocked out some of the names, you'll want to select your Wi-Fi or router. If you're plugging in hardwired, simply select use a wired connection. But if you're using Wi-Fi, then select the name of your Wi-Fi that you'll be using. And the way you do that is by pressing on the bottom of this left-handed button on your controller. And then to select, like it shows you at the bottom left of your TV screen, we're going to press A. Now let's update the controller. You simply press the A button on your controller. When the update completes, select Next. Chances are strong that many viewers already know the Xbox is a Microsoft branded product. If you intend to game online or want to game online, you'll need to input your Microsoft account email in this field right here. Now if you don't have a Microsoft account, have forgotten the account, or want to set up a new account, then you can simply navigate to one of those 3 buttons on your screen right there. And to navigate to them, press the B button on your controller to get rid of the keypad, scroll down and over to the button that you want to select, and then press A, which is select. Once you are successful in setting up your Microsoft account and you've advanced forward, you'll be asked data security and privacy questions, and you can answer those and continue to move until you get to this screen right here. Now this completes this segment on how to connect and set up the Xbox X console to a television. If you are already subscribed to our channel, you'll receive automatic notification when we publish additional segments on the Xbox X for connecting to a sound bar, connecting to a receiver, etc. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments below the video. Here are a few video links we hope you might find useful. If you liked this video or it helped you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe free to our channel. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.